Hello, you alright? Got another Classic Football Shirts interview for you, and this time it's former Sunderland and Leeds United striker, all the way from Australia, it's Michael Bridges. Hi Michael, thanks for coming all the way from Australia for an interview. Just wanted to talk to you about football shirts basically. So what was the first shirt that you had as a kid?
Well, the first shirt I had was a Newcastle United shirt, big Chris Waddle fan. I even had the mullet.
Did you?
The hair like Waddle. And he left Newcastle, went to Tottenham Hotspur, and I remember crying for a few weeks. And shirts weren't very available back then, like you guys have made it here to the world.
Yeah.
And my dad was in the Met Police, but lived in the North East and managed to get hold of a Tottenham Hotspur shirt.
I think I know the one you mean.
And
I think is
you going to surprise us here?
Is this one? Like
That is the one. That is the era.
Could even be yours actually. This size. It's an all-time classic shirt, really. That. So you had that.
I had that shirt. That was given, and I remember saying to my dad, "So I can go and support Tottenham now, can I?" And follow Chris Waddle, and it's just stuck ever since. And it was all to do with a shirt being given to us by my old man and being a Chrissy Waddle fan.
So, did you have any other shirts? Did you have an England shirt, maybe? Or?
England shirts. I mean, every time Spurs got the new shirt, or you want to try and get the new one, and your parents in tracksuits with the old Hummel tracksuits and things like that. It just became a household brand in our house.
There can't have been many people in the North East who are Tottenham fan.
No, they were disgusted. Everybody walked around with either Newcastle United or Sunderland in the areas, and they saw that and they're like, "Hang on a minute, what's he doing wearing that?"
That set you apart. Then.
That set me up, and then obviously every chance you got with an England jersey, they came through. I'll tell you the other one I used to love getting, Liverpool, the candy. There was the silver shirt. Was it this?
Yeah, silver Crown Paints maybe.
No, it was. I think it was the candy one definitely. I loved the Liverpool jersey as well. So we used to get.
Was that just them being like most successful team at the time?
I didn't support them, but it was just if there was a jersey that came out that you loved as a kid, you wanted to wear it.
Yeah. So you were into the football shirts.
From a young age. Yeah. I mean, if I think my mum and dad could go back and look how much money they spent on football jerseys over my childhood. I mean, I wasn't spoilt. Don't get us wrong. They worked hard to get us the stuff, and every birthday and Christmas, all I wanted was football boots, shin pads, and jerseys.
Yeah.
And I wore different football jerseys, and there was nothing better on Christmas Day, ringing your mates up at their houses and going, "What jersey did you get?" It was like a competition. And Christmas Day in the street, we'd all have different jerseys. It was just an amazing experience. And coming in here today to see all these jerseys now, you're still like a kid in a sweet shop. It's amazing.
Did you have any shirts for like international teams? Like, did you follow Waddle when he went to Marseille? Did you get one of the old like Panasonic?
Couldn't get Waddle. I couldn't get Marseille shirts.
No.
Tried as a kid. Couldn't get them, but I did get I loved a French shirt.
Yeah.
And I remember my father getting us the French shirt. What else did I have? I think every kid had a Barcelona shirt.
What, like a Maber? Was it?
Maber? Yeah. See, you know your stuff, eh? I couldn't have pulled that one out. There was that one, and I'm just trying to think who else to have. The old Brazil shirt with Zico on the back. That was one of my favourites. Number 10, Zico. Probably, I think it was the fakest fake you could ever find like in a market in Spain somewhere, but it felt like $1 million to me.
Who was the inspiration? I mean, Waddle, but you didn't play like Waddle though, did you?
No, I didn't have a left foot. I tried to walk like Waddler, but the player that I used to love entertainers, so there's people like Chrissy Waddle, Paul Gascoigne. I used to love watching Dennis Bergkamp, and even though he's an Arsenal player, I used to love seeing Dennis. When he came to the Premier League, I thought, this is something. He's an entertainer. He doesn't just score goals, he's as good as setting them up and bring other people into the game, and I really tried to model my game off him.
Yeah.
As much as I could, but as long as I entertained, I couldn't defend. The worst defender in the world. We used to watch the lads just run past you, and you'd see the ex-manager.
But you can't use your energy at both ends, can you? That's my excuse.
I think every assistant manager or manager I had would be, "Reggie, chase back, son." I used to.
So when you were coming through at Sunderland, I think, was this the first shirt? Did you make your debut in this shirt?
That would have been the debut, yeah.
Vox Sampson.
Yeah.
Still at Roker Park.
It was Roker Park era. Yeah. That was a great jersey. We had that for the youth team. So obviously your youth team, your reserve team, your first team had that jersey, and I think I managed to wear all of them in one season.
Yeah.
And got me. Port Vale was the debut. Came on for 20 minutes. Game was 0-0 and walked away with a man of match award.
Yeah.
After 20 minutes, didn't score, hit the crossbar. So I wasn't even old enough to get the whiskey, the champagne, and the gin. But it all happened in this shirt. So
And then
great memories.
Next, I mean, I remember.
Well, you've got this one on.
Yeah,
as
I
well.
mean, obviously I'm on 96-97 season, the last season at Roker
Last
Park.
season.
When I think Michael Bridges, I think this one.
That's the one.
Lambton sponsor onto Asics now, and this like a rugby shirt collar, really, isn't it?
Do you know what used to happen with this? This was a lovely. You've got a nice thin material one on there.
Yeah.
This one here, it was lovely. In the winter, it had a bit more like warmth in it, and I loved the long sleeves.
Yeah.
But when it rained, this was like a sponge. And when you're as skinny as me, my nickname was a stick man.
Yeah.
You know, any bit of weight on top of you, you'd struggle. And this used to be really heavy. So I think that's why they had a massive change, obviously, for the few seasons after, because a lot of the players complained about the heaviness of the shirt when it got wet.
Because Newcastle as well, like year before, I had that Grandad collar one. And
with the inner line as well. There was a shirt at Newcastle United, I think, 2006, 5-6?
2000 and like early 2000s Adidas, like they had the inner layer.
Yeah, it was a nightmare. A lot of lads used to cut it out.
It's crazy into the technology that as we go through the years, but like they'd never bring a shirt out like this again. I don't think.
I wouldn't have thought so. But this was a special one because we had good success in the Premier League, well, in the Championship with this year.
Got
promoted. Lee Clark captain. We had a fantastic team, and I think that was I'd probably say that was only fondest seasons.
And would you say, is this your favourite Sunderland shirt, or which one?
I've got to say when it all began.
This one,
yeah.
Vox Hampson is the favourite one.
Yeah.
Left Sunderland to go to Leeds. Did you want to go? Did O'Leary, did he find you and convince you to go to Leeds?
It was a bit of both. I knew that Leeds had been looking this season before, and I'm looking. I was playing obviously for Sunderland first team in and out because we had Kevin Phillips, Niall Quinn, myself and Danny Dicio. So it was, if Quinny was injured, Ditch would play. If Kev was injured, I would play, and it was one of them, and we had a really good rotation on that sense. And I remember looking at Leeds the season before and finding out that there might be an opportunity to go there in the summer. And the phone call didn't come. I actually went to sign for Tottenham Hotspur, my team.
Dream.
So the dream had come true, and I remember I hadn't signed a new contract with Sunderland. That was myself and a guy called Alan Johnson, our Magic. And I was on the way to Spurs, and George Graham was the manager of Tottenham. So you've got an ex-Arsenal guy trying to tell you how much he loves Tottenham Hotspur, and I was like, hang on a minute, there's something wrong already. David Pleat was sat there, and I didn't need to hear about the club because I was ready to sign there and then. You know, it was a dream come true. And it was Alan Sugar walked in. He turned up in his blue Rolls Royce with a driver, and he came and he said, listen, I've never heard of you, I don't know who you are. He didn't even shake my hand. He said, I'm paying 5.5 million for you off the back of George Graham and David Pleat wanting you. He said, you're not getting what your agent wants to pay you. He said, you're going to earn it. And he said, I haven't got time to stay. He said, I'm off now. Good luck.
That's
and that was it. So I would say Alan Sugar killed my dream for Tottenham. I was, 19 years of age? And I literally looked at my agent and I said, and I looked at George Graham, and George Graham went, oh my God, what's he just
fired.
done? It was like that, you're fired. So I got in the car, and it had already been announced on the TV that I'd signed for Spurs. I hadn't. So on the motorway going back home, we got the phone call off Leeds United. Went in, saw O'Leary and Ridsdale, and the rest was history. Something felt right, and it was a great time to join them.
It was a great time, wasn't it? It was everything going in the right direction.
Myself, I'd signed Danny Mills, Michael Dewberry, Darren Huckabee, so all lads that I'd played with for the under-21s, and I was thinking and then they had the players there, Kuehl, McPhail, Keane, Woodgate, Robinson, Alan Smith, who I'd all played against for Sunderland in the youth team and couldn't beat them because they went and won the league, the FFA or the FA Youth Cup. So it was great to be part of that team, and unbelievable memories.
Some great times. Well, so this would be your first shirt on signing.
The first one, yeah.
I've got one.
And again, long sleeve, by the way. I like that. Cause I love my long sleeves.
But you scored a hat trick at Southampton in this.
There you go.
The blue shirt. So
the first game was against Derby County at home.
Yeah.
0-0 draw. The fans are going, who the hell is this striker? He's crap.
Yeah.
Second game came along.
Hat trick in the blue shirt,
yeah,
and that's what you want. I mean, it must be a great feeling to. Was that your first hat trick?
First hat trick in professional football,
yeah.
And it was just it was in this jersey, left foot, right foot, and a header.
Perfect.
It was it was something special. I loved it. So fond memories of that. I remember tucking the ball under the shirt and I walked off with O'Leary, and it was like he said, "Great way to introduce yourself to the Leeds fans," and I felt a massive big weight off my shoulders. I really felt like I'd come of age and relaxed in that season. 19 goals, just absolutely loved it.
So that meant performance that season, and you went into the Champions League.
Yes.
For the 2000-2001 season, obviously for Leeds, I mean that's one of the greatest seasons. Obviously the glory days of the past, but in recent times that Champions League run was just incredible.
Yeah, it was special. The year before we fell by the wayside because we got the semi-finals of the UEFA Cup, which is obviously the Europa League now. We got beat off Galatasaray, but it was the fact that two of our fans had been murdered and stabbed over there that it had a massive impact on us as a team and as a group of young lads, because we knew the two lads that passed away very well because they were travelling fans.
Yeah.
And it hit a lot of the lads really, really bad, and we couldn't recover because it was more about this is life, we're just playing a game.
More important football.
And we qualified third. We're top of the league at Christmas, but everything after that, we got beat 4-0 off Arsenal the first game back after Galatasaray. But we qualified for Europe. The new shirt came in Champions League.
Puma tonight. Pacquiao, Strongbow.
I think obviously we got a bigger sponsorship with them.
A bit more money.
Exactly, and it was Champions League all the way. And so this was a great season for Leeds and for myself because I was playing against the big teams, big names.
You played AC Milan,
Barcelona, Lazio, and the team where the game for me where it all went pear-shaped this season. That's why it was a bad year as well. Was Besiktas away.
Yeah. Wore
this shirt and went down with snapped tib and fib, dislocated ankle, and that was it for the rest of the season for me.
Yeah.
Sadly. So the lads went on to have a great year. Semi-finals in the Champions League, and we had Verdukes in Aussie over there. Cool.
So did you get any good swaps from the Champions League?
Yeah. So I've always been a shirt collector. That's why when I saw what you boys were about and where you'd come from and what you'd done, I was on your website for ages. And my wife's going, I'm in Australia obviously, and I'm buying stuff online. My wife's going, what are you doing? What are you buying shirts for? I'm like, well, look at the stuff you can get.
Yeah.
And I've always been a collector. So we played Roma, swapped with Aldair, Brazilian boy.
Yeah. He's a legend.
He's a very legend. He was a good, strong player as well. Yeah. I've still got scars on the back of my calf from him. Played against AC Milan, tried to get Maldini's shirt, didn't, tried to get Gattuso's shirt, didn't, and then managed to grab Costa Curta.
Not bad though, is it?
Great one, that's on the wall. And my favourite is my Barcelona shirt that I got against Frank de Boer. That was a good swap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great one. And then Rio Ferdinand's final shirt. It was weird, I swapped with Rio last game of the season, West Ham Leeds. Got his last West Ham shirt. That's a little special one I've got. And what was the other one? Thierry Henry's under 21 shirt. So I love collecting.
Thierry Henry under 21. What was that, a tournament or?
It was a game. No, it was a friendly match, and we played at Derby County's new ground.
Oh yeah.
That was up there.
Yeah.
So I got that shirt off him, but then we did play against them a few years back. I've just bought the tracksuit for you boys.
Yeah, the 95, some sort of tournament.
Yeah, there was a tournament. I can't think whether it was either the Toulon tournament or they changed the name of it.
Yeah.
And we played against France, and Henry got player of the tournament. We had a cracking team. It was myself, Frank Lampard, Emile Heskey, Michael Owen, and Rio down the core, and a few of the lads. And when we come up against, when you look back at team sheets, you take it for granted. I thought this French team is unbelievable. When I look back with my old man at the team sheet, Gerard Houllier was the manager, Gallas was the captain, and their front three was Henry, Trezeguet and Elka, and you wonder why we didn't win.
Yeah.
That's what I look back at. So, special memories.
So is there a shirt that, as a collector, that you'd love to have got from your career that you haven't got?
It's actually sat right here. I'd love Maldini's or Pirlo's,
yeah.
But I've just seen your Shearer shirt here. I've got to show this.
Euro 96 Alan Shearer shirt, so... Yeah, that's a Shearer shirt from against Scotland.
That was
famous.
It's game, famous for the game. You'd rather have Gazza's shirt.
Gazza's shirt's
game
probably
for the story.
The best, but
I'll tell you what, for being a Newcastle boy in that region, getting scouted by the same man. I was scouted by a guy called Jack Hickson, sadly no longer with us. He spotted Alan Shearer and gave him his chance in football, as Jack gave me my chance. So that's where me and Alan have got the connection. So. That would be pride of place in my room.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
maybe I can sort something
out.
So what is it that you're doing with yourself at the moment?
So I've moved to Australia about 8 years ago to play for a team called the Newcastle Jets.
Yeah.
The year before that I'd been with Sydney FC, who was in the Hyundai A-League, and I was there for about 10 months. And the marquee player at the time was Juninho, the ex-Middlesbrough player.
Yeah.
So he was the main marquee. I went there on loan from Hull City after a fallout with Phil Brown. So I thought, I'll go and get a change of scenery. Loved Australia, loved the way the league was going, and realised that there was an opportunity to play longer over there. And
so you Lambton Jaffers.
So we'll come to that one. So I've gone Sydney FC, Newcastle Jets, and basically retired over there. Gone through coaching, done my badges, started my pro license in February. So I've done a bit of youth team, bit of assistant managing, and then thought, hang on a minute. Fell out with the chairman. I went back to doing the media, but there was a team called the Lambton Jaffers, which was a local team. Said, would you come and put the boots on for a season for us? And I was like, I haven't done anything for 2 years, out of shape. And I thought, this is the carrot, the dangle that I need. So I went and played for the Lambton Jaffers, and they're a team inside the Newcastle region. So what you have the A-League, which is the national competition.
Yeah.
Then each state, like Melbourne has a state league, Newcastle has a state league, Sydney has a state league, and I played for a team inside the Newcastle State League called the Lambton Jaffers. So everybody looks down the club history and goes, I recognise all. Who are the Lambton Jaffers?
Yeah. Carlisle, Newcastle, Jets.
And the Jaffers are
Lambton Jaffers.
So I bet you haven't got a Jaffa shirt.
I have,
So what I'm going to do...
we've got a lot of shirts.
When I get back, my good friend who's the owner of the Lambton Jaffers, he's just been over here on a Premier League tour with us. So we came and brought 22 Australians over here for the Christmas and New Year period, because they love their football.
Yeah.
And obviously you can get a load of games in then. So they came over, we had 2 weeks, 6 matches, and they've just left 3 days ago. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get on the phone, I'm going to get a Jaffers, and I'm going to send one over for you.
Yes.
All right.
That'd be brilliant, yeah.
And nobody else will know.
I don't think anyone else has got a Lambton Jaffers shirt.
Yeah.
That'll go on my wall, definitely.
Good man.
Thank you very much. Great speaking to you. Good luck with the TV stuff and that in Australia, and keep collecting the football.
I will do, and keep up the good work, because
Cheers.
I'm spreading the word for you in Australia.
Thanks a lot. Yeah,
all right.
Good rep. Well, hope you enjoyed that. Michael Bridges there. Hopefully I'll have some more football shirt interviews for you in the coming weeks and months, more clearance videos, more match worn videos, so make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're not already, give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon.